It's my dark philosophy that there's more to life than we like to admit, and in the dead of night when we lie awake and ponder our lives, we often wonder who is right. Where did we come from? Where do we go? There's so much to the universe that we don't know, so we just explore all the dark corners, seeking out more than what the surface lays on. The dark philosophy so filled with light, it makes you believe that everything will be alright. So join me now on this darkened road, and we can bear witness as history unfolds. Indeed. Hail and welcome to Dark Philosophy,
Hello.
the show where we make a plan and then it falls through. Our guest couldn't make it tonight, so it's just going to be me and Germ 404. So we are also putting aside the topic choosing portion of it and all of that. We're going to do a shotgun discussion about paranormal shit. This will include UFOs, ghosts, Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot, etc., etc. Anyway, to check in on the chat, Omega Star Productions says, "Hello, one and all. Even though the guest for tonight had to cancel, I am sure it will be a great show nonetheless." I agree, because we just keep doing, and apparently I'm good at it. Just saying. Hail, KC Charlie Chats. I'm glad you're here too. It's going to be an interesting show tonight. Hail, Small Time Republic. Good to see you. How you doing tonight there, Jeremy?
Oh, I'm doing all right, man. You know, get through the
As good as
life
can
trials and
Right.
keep on trucking.
Feel that. What's up? Yep. Hey, there's a Toxic Man Flu in the chat. Hail, Toxic Man Flu. Oh, and before anyone asks, we're not accepting guests tonight. Mine canceled, and I'm feeling bitter about it. I'm kidding. I'm not really feeling bitter about it, but I don't feel like going through the process of sending out a link again. So we're going to have a shotgun discussion about paranormal shit, whatever it is. I don't even have a topic video made, so yay!
You can feel the lazy tonight.
You can. It's a palpable sensation where you're like, damn, his laziness makes me feel heavy. That doesn't make any sense. And don't worry, it's just depression. That was a joke for all of you people who take things seriously. So, Jeremy, let's start off with a simple one. UFOs. Do you believe extraterrestrial life exists?
Yes, absolutely. The universe is too freaking huge to not have something out there somewhere.
That's fair. And have you ever seen a UFO in your own experience?
Not that I can think of right off the top of my head, even though I watch a lot of I used to watch a lot of UFO videos on YouTube when they still allowed that kind of thing.
Finding UFO. Go check it out. It's a great UFO channel. It's Finding UFO and Finding UFO 2. They're both fantastic videos. Yeah, those channels are great. Like, that guy posts a lot too. He's all like, this one's from Bolivia, this one's from Russia, this one's from Mexico. You know, like, holy crap.
Hey, well, a lot of people I talk to
Christian
say we're getting close to.
Sorry, I'm going to cut you off real quick. Hail, Christian Delorme. Quick hello, early morning. Cheers, buddy. Cheers to you. If it's an early morning, then I feel sorry for you. I'm just saying. Nobody should be out at any time before 10 a.m. local. Just saying. JT Gunn. Hello, sir. Aren't you supposed to be on stream? You're supposed to be on stream doing a show a lot like this one. That's confusing, but welcome and thank you for coming. If you're new here, this is not how we usually do things on Dark Philosophy. Anyway, so I also believe that there is... Oh, in an hour. Sweet. JT Gunn in an hour. When we stop, that's perfect, man. That's awesome. Man, just stacking it up. Go check that guy's stream out after this. He's a really fun person to talk to and listen to and watch. So anyway, I also believe that extraterrestrial life exists, and I do believe that it's intelligent enough for interstellar travel. I have never seen one myself. I guess I am one of those people that would love to see one, and even if it meant everyone would think I'm a crazy nut job, you know. But
you're already a crazy nut job.
Well, I know. That's why I'm not super worried about it. You know, I'm like, then if I see one, I can be like, I saw a UFO. And they'd be like, yeah, I'm sure you did.
Right.
So UFOs in both of our belief standings do exist. Do you believe that extraterrestrials are manipulating us, like some of these mainstream conspiracy people think? Or do you think
I'm
they're
not
just kind of like,
necessarily
this
sure
is
about
the
that.
coolest zoo I've ever seen? OMG. This is the greatest zoo ever.
No, I think by far the most manipulative thing that we're dealing with right now is our own damn government. But that's another topic.
Well, yeah, humanity's always manipulative towards humanity. And that is another topic for another stream, because this is dark philosophy, not real life. I'm kidding. This is real
Hello,
life
Lasso.
for me. Gosh. Yes, hello, Lasso of Truth. I look forward to having you on air with me for the first time Sunday. At various times, depending on what time zone you're in. You're going to be there too. Shut up. Shut up. By the way, everyone, we are doing the... Yes, if Jeremy doesn't have to work, he will be there. But we are doing my 500 subscriber celebration stream on July 10th at 8 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. Are they still classifying it like that? I think they are. And then, so 9...
Time.
Is it standard? They keep changing the rules.
Standard
so
time.
I don't know.
It's Colorado time, man.
So we're in Mountain Time for 8 p.m. Mountain Time, 9 p.m. Central. If you're on the Pacific Coast, I think that's 7 p.m. And if you're on the East Coast, that's 10. So.
Uh-oh. Did we lose Corey?
And it will be. Did you lose me? Am I gone?
No, almost close. You're freezing up there.
Yes, P.S. for all those watching, my internet is garbage today. And there's absolutely nothing I can do about it. So,
buy better internet, bro.
I can't get over it. So UFOs, we've had that conversation. Do you believe in Bigfoot?
Yeah, I really like cryptids. I do believe there's probably a lot of things out there that we still don't know about, especially considering how much of the ocean we still haven't explored, or that kind of thing.
Right. Yes, Lasso, I've done that. I am a millennial, which means I have some technical knowledge. Just saying. Flip it off and back on thing. I got that covered. So you're a big... You love cryptids.
Yes.
Which ones do you think which ones would you believe exist?
Well, obviously Bigfoot. I think that's the one, when you actually look at it objectively, has probably the most evidence to suggest that it's a real thing. What is the name of that one that's all white and with the big shiny eyes and stuff?
Which one? The Rake?
The Rake. I like that one too. I like the premise of that one.
Hell yeah.
I've been watching a lot of documentaries lately on like Amazon Prime, things like that.
So the Rake has always been something that I've struggled with. Hail, Stephen Ransom, I see you lurking around. It's not lurking if I highlight you this time. Well, I guess it's not lurking if I notice you either. So, hail, Stephen Ransom. Good job on not lurking. But anyway, so the Rake is one I've always actually had issues with believing in, because never heard of this thing up until 10 years ago. And now all of a sudden it's living in people's barns in rural America and all over the world and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen lots of videos with it peeking its head over rooftops and stuff, or people finding it in sewers and
Well, and I'm always like, that could be just a really malnourished albino who has the inability to grow hair. You saw the movie Powder, right? And maybe it's just that guy lurking around.
Shrieks like a mad banshee.
my problem with the rake is similar to the same problem I have with any ghost videos coming out of Japan. Okay, it's too fucking easy to fake.
Yeah.
Because let's be real, it's not hard to get a skin tight suit these days and make it show up on an IR camera bright fucking white with big old black eyes on it. It's not.
That's very true.
It's not at all, because I mean, I could probably pull that off with a green screen suit.
Now, I want to ask the chat something real quick. Would you love it if he could figure out a way to do a Critical Drinker impression? Because he looks a hell of a lot like Critical right now.
I'm not going to lie, ladies and gentlemen. I've never watched any of his streams, so I don't even know what his voice sounds like. Is he an Irishman? Scotsman?
Scotsman.
Nice. Hail Janet from another planet. I love anything paranormal. I love watching it and reading about it and all kinds of stuff. So,
Lasso says, do it.
So, KC Charlie Chat says, per wiki, rake folklore first references 1600s. Yes, because everyone can believe Wikipedia.
Right? No one can change that at any
I'm not
point.
discounting you, KC Charlie. I'm just saying I don't believe Wikipedia.
Right.
I mean, did you see what they did with the vice president's Wikipedia page? They totally removed the part where she accidentally spent over $500,000. I mean, but anyway, that's a different discussion. That's a different discussion. I believe we should move on then. Aye. So we got the rake and we're not sure about that one. So we're going to move on to, let's say, Nessie. Do you believe Nessie exists?
Possibly, but I don't think it is what everybody thinks it is. I don't think it's a plesiosaur. If anything, it's...
I doubt that too.
I think it's some kind of unknown, like just a large aquatic creature. I watched that's one of the documentaries I watched recently, and they had found evidence of potential like links between the loch and then like the ocean, like underground caves, things like that.
I've seen the topography maps of Loch Ness, and there's no underground caves that go to the ocean. There's an actual river that floods occasionally that reaches the river.
Yeah,
that's big enough for things like harp seals and things like that to travel through, but nothing like a plesiosaur. But here's my take on it, and I'm going to interrupt again. I'm sorry, but I think it did exist at one point, and then something happened in the 80s that caused a lot of radioactive ash to fall down to the bottom of it, and it killed off everything in the lake. And then it killed off Nessie. And then they just had to find a way to keep Nessie Land still going. So they just faked it from then on. So, because I don't know if everybody knows this or not, but Chernobyl, when it exploded, deposited like, I can't even remember the metric tons of ash into Loch Ness. And it just sank. And it's still there at the bottom.
Oh, is that what all that sediment and stuff is that you see getting kicked up?
Yeah. Yeah, that is, it's partially sediment from the shores and stuff like that, because erosion does still happen, but there is a heavy layer of radioactive ash from Chernobyl. So, hello, awesome one. Yo, talk quite a lot. Yes. Yes, indeed. But, like I believe that Nessie could have existed at one point.
Agreed. I don't really think it is anymore. I mean, when was the last reported sighting, that was actually legit?
Well, and it's not just that. If you look at marine biology reports from the area, fish life is not doing well in Loch Ness. There's not enough to support a large predatory animal, which Nessie would have had to have been, in any way, shape, or form. There's not enough food. And of course, not enough food is the major killer for anything in the world, predators and prey alike. So I just think it died off. But a plesiosaur could still exist in the depths of the ocean. Yes or no?
In the depths of the ocean? I mean,
yes.
I suppose it's entirely possible. The plesiosaurs, their necks couldn't support. So you know how like a lot of pictures show like plesiosaurs with their heads out of the water and stuff. Their spines can't support that, and they would.
So you're telling me they needed buoyancy?
Yes, they would have to be. They're a strictly aquatic creature. So I could see it living in the deep waters. I mean, that'd be kind of like people saying the megalodon could still be alive. I mean, it's possible, but
Dude,
highly unlikely.
I 100% believe that a megalodon still exists. I do.
Really?
I do. I just don't think that for some reason they come up from the depths. Because
Okay.
honestly,
I mean,
where are all the biggest creatures at all
in
times?
like the
It's in the
deepest.
depths.
Yeah.
So a megalodon would find giant squid and giant octopus and things like this at such great depths that it probably wouldn't have to surface to hunt all the time. And if it's a shark, it
If at
doesn't have
all.
to come up at all. Yeah, look at the Greenland shark. We thought it was extinct for a long time. And the Greenland shark is one of the Lazarus species where they're like, holy shit. And then they discovered a shark recently that's the oldest living Greenland shark in the world. And it's actually been dated at like 170 years old. So it's not too bad. I mean, these things have been around for a long time. We didn't know.
Right. I'm looking through the chat. Someone had said, oh, there we go. It was Casey Charlie, as a matter of fact.
Megadong. What? I'm sorry.
He said every year new or thought extinct species are being found or rediscovered.
Yes, the Lazarus taxonomy.
Yeah. Yep. So, I mean, scientists, I think, are too restricted by their own methods.
I agree.
It's like tunnel vision. You know what I mean? Like,
well, on that note, I think that that's a result of them using science to try and prove things instead of disprove things. Like science was designed for. Science is focused on falsibility. They're looking to disprove whatever the fuck they're researching. And if they can't disprove it, then it's true. That's how they used to go about it. Now they're like, there's a piece of evidence. It's true. Fuck you. Science.
Right. I am the science.
Ooh, here's a fun question from Small Time Republic. Do you think any animals on Earth came from outer space? Squids seem like they could be alien. Well, given the fact that I believe aliens exist, it's possible that we have some xenotypes on Earth, but at this point, they would be classified as terrestrial beings because they've had time to propagate. Long. Yeah. So we wouldn't know, but I do believe it's possible. Hell, maybe that's what the dinosaurs were. Who fucking knows?
Right. I mean, there's so many weird species out there. I mean, look at the duck-billed platypus. That thing's weird as hell. Like,
they thought that thing was fake for so long. It was ridiculous. They were like, this isn't real. You sewed that together. He's like, I can't sew bone. Okay? I don't know how many times I got to say this to you. You just can't fucking do it. And but Lazarus taxonomy is one of my favorite areas of study that constantly produces new stuff. Like I'm still hoping we find a living Tasmanian tiger somewhere.
That'd be sick, dude. That'd be awesome.
Like those things were badass. They were killed off because they looked scary. Those things inspired some of our modern monsters that we see in movies and stuff because their jaw could hinge at like almost 100 degrees,
which is crazy. Meaning they could put like anything in their damn mouths.
Yeah, like, anything. Like what the hell? Like how many times have we seen that in horror movies? I mean, come on. So, there's an interesting one. Ghosts.
I suppose it's entirely possible. I mean, I really can't recall any time that I've experienced true paranormal activity, personally.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
I've
maybe
debunked everything that I've experienced.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, even when we worked together, we debunked that one thing,
Mm-hmm.
Like we spent the whole night.
Dude, all right, so we was working in this shit ass job together, right? And I mean, like the job itself wasn't bad, but the people were shit, and fuck that place. But anyway, so we were in there late at night, and like we're used to hearing really weird fucking noises because it's an old building and it's late at night. It's a school. We're like, okay. So like one night I hear some shit, and I start walking down this hallway, and I'm recording with my phone. I'm like, I'm going to be a YouTube star with a ghost video. Yeah. And so I'm going by it frame by frame afterwards. And I see this face pop up in the glass as I'm walking down. And I'm all like, holy shit, did I actually catch something? What the fuck? And I showed Jeremy, and he's all like, what the fuck? No way. Let's go check this out. So we go look, and we're looking around, and we're literally spending like 2.5 hours paid time on the clock because fuck this job. But we're all like, what the fuck is this? So we're looking around, and we realize that it's something inside the room from the window matching up with the reflection from a wall on the other side of the hallway, lining up to look like some creepy ass little kid's face that made me want to pee my pants a little bit. Like it literally looked like something you would see in a horror movie. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then we debunked it in like 20 minutes, and we were like, an hour or so or whatever.
The one paranormal thing that I believe that I experienced was I was cleaning, the older building in town, and I had to go use the restroom in the men's locker room. So I went in there. I'm using the bathroom. I'm in one of the actual like closed stalls with a door, and I hear from the locker room a locker start to slam. There's nobody else in the building. It's just me. And I'm alone in this locker room with a slamming locker, trying to take a deuce, getting scared out of my mind. And I think that's the only one that really stands out in my mind, because there was nobody else there, but yet something was slamming the locker like really hard.
So would you go as far as saying it scared the shit out of you? But
it definitely made the task easier. How about that?
Right? So, given my religious beliefs, I'm kind of required to believe in the spiritual realm. Just going off of that, okay? So I do believe that there are spirits that exist in this world, but I don't know if they're ghosts, okay? Because there's also certain theories of relativity that kind of fuck with things. Like if there's multiple dimensions, or if the effects of time can be rippled through space, then, there's a possibility that ghosts are echoes, or that they're other dimensional beings, and that's why they can interact with certain things, right?
Kind of like the shadow people.
Yeah, like shadow people. That's a very common one. Everybody knows about shadow people. If you want a good speaking of shadow people, go check out Shadow Man on YouTube. He's a great paranormal top fiver. He's a good one. But I'm addicted to paranormal ghost videos on YouTube. There, I said it. 3/4 of my subscription list is fucking paranormal investigators and top fives. I said it. I have a problem, and I'm not going to drop it, because Mindseed TV kicks ass. Nuke's top 5 is awesome. Sir Spooks rocks, and I've discovered quite a few new people that are really fun. Fearsome top 5.
You know who I really don't. Nah. No.
Slapped Ham. Fuck you, Callan.
No, I was going to say Chills.
Oh, Chills, dude. That's his reader's voice too.
I can't stand it, man.
Like, I've heard videos where he's just off the cuff commenting, and I'm like, this is a regular guy. And the next thing you know, he starts reading from a script, and he's like, hi, everybody. We're here today to do this. And I'm like, you have millions of subscribers.
It's not even that high pitched. It's like,
I know.
Hi, guys.
It's very Ben Stein. Okay, it's Ben Stein without the wow factor of him being an economist, an economic scientist, whatever they call those people. So Lasso of Truth says, I saw a shadow person. I don't even believe this stuff. See, and that's the thing. You don't necessarily have to believe in ghosts to believe in other dimensional beings. So if shadow people are other dimensional beings, then you can still believe in them without believing in ghosts.
Well, okay, so as we're both, we have our faith and stuff.
Word.
Demons.
Oh, yeah. Demons exist. Are you fucking kidding me?
I absolutely believe those things exist.
The biggest fallacy that I've seen in humanity these days, and yes, this is me spewing my opinion with no scientific backing, so just stick with me. The biggest fallacy in human history is that demons are responsible for a lot of the bad shit that happen in our world. And it's not. It's humans. Demons are there pushing buttons and sometimes possess people. But guess what? It's still people fucking everything up. That's why I'm a misanthrope with friends. Figure that one out. But, like, let's be real. Demons exist. We see it. Have you ever seen... Okay, the only place where I believe 90% of the paranormal content that comes out of it is the Middle East.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Because
real.
They have... Yes. Boom. Yeah, Omega Star.
Jinn, yep.
The Jinn. Exactly. So the Jinn
I think you
is
spelled
one of
it
the
wrong,
most...
but it's all good.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's one of the most terrifying fucking things that has ever existed in my mind is a Jinn. Okay, because Jinn can become trapped inside of Dybbuk objects. They can manipulate actual physical matter. They can curse you. All kinds of crazy shit. And now, right now, I'm sounding like a lunatic. But, like, let's think about this. Okay, the inspiration for a genie came from the jinn. And a jinn in ancient Arabic cultures and all of these other things is an evil spirit who can grant you wishes. But that's also where it kind of like, you go out there and, oh, there's a genie. He's going to give me a wish. At what cost? Like, that's where everything came from. Yeah, see, he knows. Like, boom. Jinn, Arabic. Also romanticized as jinn with a D. Angelicized as genie. It's, evil motherfuckers.
Yeah, dude. You don't want no wishes from them.
Hail, Kai MFS. Hail, Diablo Dame. Have you heard Cameron Pasha talk about the jinn? I have not.
Actually. No, I have not either.
I have not. But like, yeah, the Middle East, I absolutely believe, has some old school demons, like some old ones, let's say, if you're familiar with my Atma of Ensaminen show. Yeah, say that 10 times fast. So Toxic Man Flu says gin is a good mixed adult beverage. Good in mixed adult beverages. Okay. Nice try. You were close. You were really close. Alcohol also tries to grant your wishes, but usually it's just to make you less self-conscious about dancing. So Casey Charlie Chat says, scary thought. Could demons be warm and welcoming because they want to be seen? They could be, but
I think it might have more to do with wanting to, like, like the black-eyed children, kind of along the same kind of lines, where they almost like old school Dracula lore, like they have to be invited in. They're looking for a way in to fuck with you, and that's why I think a lot of them take the form of like children, for example.
I can see that
they want to throw you off guard. So you put your guard down, and then they latch themselves onto you.
So I'm actually going to bring this back up to touch on something that I've believed for a long time, and that's demons, in fact, feed off of attention. Now, a lot of people don't think of attention as being something that can be fed off of, but it is a form of energy. That's why we say we have to pay attention to something. It's a finite resource. It can run out.
I can't give this person any more of my energy, that kind
exactly. That's why we say that kind of stuff. So as you pay attention to anything demon related, it feeds it energy. And of course, you see this in a lot of ghost videos that have poltergeist activities, right?
Yeah,
where the more they pay attention to them, the worse it gets, right? Yep. The longer they do the channel, the worse it gets. The more views they get, but the worse it gets even still. And eventually they have to abandon their house. So I do believe that they make themselves known because they want to be seen, but it's also because it feeds them the energy they require even to exist and manipulate physical matter. I don't believe that they can manifest physically, like actually be like, "Oh, I am a demon. Look at my wings."
Fire, like, the glowing eyes and all that.
Yeah, no. I don't believe in the old school tropes of demons where they're all twisted and gnarly looking and stuff like that, because we won't get into that tonight. But demons absolutely feed off of energy, in my opinion. So, see.
Boards, man.
Here he is again. There he is again. Omega Star Productions with sheer fucking fact. All the ignorant people that mess around with Ouija boards. Yes, okay. We have established through countless eons of history that you shouldn't try to talk to the fucking dead realm in any way, shape, or form. And Ouija boards are bad for you. Hail, Katina Martin. I hope you got your windows up and it's not raining
I would say
too
that
bad.
Ouija boards are worse for your health than smoking.
Oh, I don't know.
Like, well, at least smoking takes decades. The Ouija board, you're going to get fucked with immediately.
Well, there's that, and then there's, you know, little things like if you try to list your house on, like, say, Zillow. Let's say, hey, Zillow, I'm selling my house. And they're like, sweet. And people come to see it, and it's paranormally just fucking with everybody. It's like, I'll take 50 cents at this point. That's why so many places wind up abandoned that supposedly have paranormal activity, because you can't sell them once that rumor is there or once it's actually established.
Right, and that's why most of them are abandoned, yeah. I agree with what Toxic just said. Dealing with demons is not for the faithless.
This is true. This is true.
Because you cannot deal with something that evil without God having your back, period.
Yeah, and that's because according to our religious beliefs, there is Satan, and Satan's greatest lie was that he never existed. And, you know, if you go in without any faith in God or even any belief holding you to a higher moral standing, those demons have a foothold and a door. And then you get porn addiction and stuff like that. But I'm not here to preach, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not a pastor. If you want a pastor, go find Father Christopher Miller. That's right. He's is he a priest? Nah, that's the word. Yeah, he's Catholic, so he's a priest.
Okay,
right?
There you go.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. She says the windows are up, but the lightning is so bad. Beautiful, but bad. Yes, I love lightning. That's one of
Dude, we were under like 3 tornado warnings today.
Wow. That's insane. We got like 3/8 of an inch of rain, maybe. And wind. No tornadoes or anything. It's just wind and sunny skies. So it's hot, dude, and stupid.
It was raining so hard, and then it was like kept tornado warning, tornado warning, tornado warning. It's like awesome.
Yeah, I remember what it was like out there as far as working at the schools out there. So anyway, yeah, these are inside things that we're not going to talk about and get everybody else on the outside in, because it doesn't make sense. So man, we're kind of on the ghost topic now. So let's just keep talking ghosts. There are many types of ghosts that people report and blah, blah, blah. What is your feelings towards orbs?
Dumb.
You don't think that's some paranormal entity floating on camera?
No, I think it's a
small white ball of light,
dust ball or something,
or a bug.
Yeah, I mean, just because it looks like it passes through something doesn't mean anything. Like, your eyes can play tricks on you very easily. I think we've established that over thousands of years of human evolution.
Yeah, we have. And, memory does even worse. And then, okay, catching it on camera doesn't mean that it's actually... I'm sorry if you can hear my neighbor mowing his lawn. I don't know if you can or not.
I don't hear nothing, so...
Good, the shield is working. But, so... What was I talking... Orbs. You catch something on camera that you can't explain, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, it's got to be paranormal. And then, like, anyone in video editing that watches a lot of these paranormal videos will be all like, wow, that's really shittily done. Or they'll be all like, I could do that. Like, I can do a lot of this shit. I can make a shadow person peek around the corner.
Dude, I watched this one where it was like supposed to be a wolf man, and it you could see it was a person in a suit, like standing up, and it was like, dude, oh my gosh, what the heck, dude?
And you have to ask the question, okay? Because obviously the paranormal and the old horror stories that we all grew up with were inspired by old world legends and all of this other stuff, right? Like Dracula and Wolfman and the Jersey Devil. And I won't say skinwalkers, because that's one of the things I believe in. I think skinwalkers exist, but I think it's
Aren't
very
those
rare.
Native American?
Yeah, they're the Native American spirits that can like take different shapes of
Shapeshift and stuff.
animals
Okay.
and people and stuff like that. I loved the X-Files
Yeah, I was just
episode
gonna say
with the
last week I watched that
shapeshifters.
episode.
Dude, that is such a good episode. Like I can't even remember uh like the actor's name, but the old man in that plays the chief, like he used to be like the chief, like that would be on all the shit.
Right.
And I love him and everything. And he's like, hey, he's a wolf. It's like, oh, it turns out it's a chick. Spoiler if you haven't seen X-Files from 30 years ago, but you know it's the chick. But you know, like what about werewolves? Like
Nah.
fuck else. You don't believe in werewolves?
No, not at all.
Bye, JG. Have fun on your stream tonight. I hope it's a good one. Thank you for coming. It was awesome seeing you. If you'd like to support the channel, feel free to drop a link in, drop a donation to the Ko-Fi link in the description or the chat. I'll go ahead and open that up in case someone actually decides to do that because. Nope. Last one is Toxic Man Flu with a straight 9. Thank you, sir. I enjoyed that greatly. But so no werewolves. You don't believe in lycanthropy, like arr,
No, not
I'm
necessarily.
a werewolf. Yes, Lasso. We know you love werewolves. That's actually why I brought it up, because I know you love werewolves. So I like some of the lore behind it, but
Yeah, the lore is really super interesting. But the fact that I don't think that really would be possible.
See, the most logical. That's a fucking word now.
We speak English here.
Yes, I speak a very good English, but
race.
So the thing that gets like, I feel like the werewolf myth could have actually been inspired by like rabies at one point.
Yeah, I could see
way
that.
back
Maybe
in the day
even
before
vampirism.
before science was legal again. They were like, oh, rabies. Holy shit. It's a werewolf. He's going to turn into a wolf. Shoot him.
There was a very down-to-earth movie that was made about that. It's called Old Yeller.
Right. Everybody cried during that, and I was like, this is retarded. Why are we watching this in school?
I'm bored.
Late to the party, but always welcome, Mrs. Flu. Hello there. Oh. Random thought from KC Charlie Chats. Random thought. How about near-death experiences? I believe people have them. I don't know if I can actually believe in their experiences during near-death experiences, like what they report.
Well, when you're in that kind of a state, aren't a whole bunch of weird chemicals going through your brain and stuff that aren't normally like...
Not just that. If your brain's not operating at a fully functional capacity, if it's anywhere near delta wave operations, which by the way is sleep, that's like REM cycle sleep. You can dream, even if you're under heavy sedation and stuff like that. But like, I believe that some people may have had near-death experiences that showed them like an afterlife or something like that. But I think a lot of people are dreaming in their drug-induced state in deep delta, like personally.
Yeah, I could see that. So Small Time Republic said that he was talking about YouTube videos where animals have rabies, and it's like they're zombies. That was actually the premise behind the game I got my avatar from, Left 4 Dead. That was actually the premise behind that. Is it was a form of rabies that humans could contract and act exactly like an animal did, and like bite and chase after people, and like, so I just thought I'd bring that up real quick.
Well, see, and we will talk about zombies because I love talking about zombies. So Katina Martin actually has, she says, okay, I have a question. When it comes to certain things, do you think people that are more sensitive to different frequencies, that they're more able to be sensitive to things or see things? This is actually touching very close to our psychic abilities discussion that I wanted to have at some point. Yes. So as we know from science and everyday life, people are affected by all kinds of different things, such as radiation or electromagnetic fields. And if you have an old house and you constantly feel shitty in it, it's typically because there's an EM field that is generated somewhere in the house that makes you feel depressed a lot and stuff like that, and you can actually check it. It's not something that would show up on an EMF meter or a ghost detector, but it's typically like if you have bad wiring in the walls and it's poorly insulated, it's gonna fuck with you. So I do believe that people who are more sensitive to those types of frequencies could possibly see things from another dimension. It would just depend on what parts of them are actually sensitive to said frequencies, if that makes any sense. Because only certain parts of the brain can actually be affected by these types of things. And that's the weird part for me. It's not the whole brain. Like your Broca and Werner areas don't get messed up by EMF fields, by EM fields. EMF is redundant in that, but and that's your speech recognition and stuff. That typically has to be offset by a different type of resonant frequency of some kind. Okay, so on the near-death experience front, Lasso Truth says she had one, and she says, I can say mine was not a dream. It was nothing like a dream at all. And see, those are the ones that like I'd love to hear about, but and no offense to you, Lasso, I'm always skeptical. Always. Skeptical of everything. It's my nature. I'm a doubting Thomas, except for when it comes to actual believing in God. But that's different. Anyway, so before we even get to the last 15 minutes of the show, there will not be a viewers votes portion. We will use this week's topics next week when we have Sean from Omega Star Productions on. He's a badass, and I love having these conversations with him, so it's going to be a great time. But anyway, so we've covered UFOs, Bigfoot, Nessie,
ghosts, all
ghosts.
We should talk about zombies now.
Dude, yeah, let's talk about zombies. Let's go with the last 20 minutes with zombies. All right. My preferred apocalypse scenario is zombies.
Absolutely.
And yes, most people will be all like, that's kind of scary because that just means you shoot and kill people. Well, yeah. But at the same time, zombies are manageable. Okay.
Right.
Like, let's be real. You don't even need a gun to deal with zombies. You don't. You need a strong bat, something like remove their freaking spine and they don't have motor controls anymore.
Just get a sharp object.
Right. And like I love zombies, and I do think that it could happen, but not in the reanimated dead portion.
No, it would be some kind of man-made virus that would like the rabies thing. It would be a man-made thing. Yeah. Right, exactly. It would be like rabies weaponized,
Yeah,
for human.
We're not talking like Resident Evil zombies, ladies and gentlemen. Like
shambling around. No, I think an actual zombie outbreak would look closer to probably World War Z or even Left 4 Dead. Like I think that's what because it'd be a man-made thing where it's literally sending people into a killing frenzy, and like all they're gonna do is just eat your face. It's still technically them, but they're so messed up from whatever virus has been thrown into the air that they're like an uncontrollable rabid dog,
Right. Omega Star says zombies are real. Just look at the world we live in. You're not wrong. We're surrounded by them all the time. Sheeple. But no, see, the zombies that I think could actually happen, and we're not talking voodoo zombies either. I'm going to throw that out there. Voodoo zombie powder is an actual thing. It's a type of plant that makes people incredibly suggestible to, open to suggestion. Incredibly suggestible. There you go. I said the whole thing right there. But
you see what Casey Charlie chat said about his son in first grade? If Jesus was a zombie.
Well, I mean, technically, no.
Right?
Technically, yes.
I was going to say no again, but okay.
No, I mean, come on. He came back from the dead. I mean, that's literally the only classification you have for a zombie.
Yeah, that's true. Well, and maybe eating brains part, but...
No, not even that. That's been dropped by mainstream media these days.
Well, that's
just the bite and infect
bite of human. Yeah.
And see, 28 days and 28 week later are best examples I like to bring up. I love those movies. If you haven't seen those movies, go watch those movies. Fantastic, like British zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, I haven't seen those movies in so long.
It's so good. But like the zombies that we could possibly get would be a result of some kind of mutated weaponized virus. Seriously.
Yeah.
It would be, because that's the world we live in. We fuck with genetics every day in ways that we shouldn't be fucking with genetics.
Oh, no. Yeah, no.
So, I mean, it's just a matter of time until we mutate something so far that it decides to actually start killing people. Way worse than whatever came out of Wuhan, you know? Like, I'm kidding, Mama Susan. Calm your tits. God. But again, target practice. Yes, Mama Flu. Target practice is exactly what I would be using that for. Like,
yep.
I mean, honestly. And like, if I got bit, like, I would be a man and just off myself. Be like, nope, I wouldn't care.
Right.
Like, let's be real.
As soon as
because if you're becoming a zombie and there's no way to stop it, because have you ever seen a zombie situation that's reversible? No.
No.
You know why?
Yeah, no.
Because it typically involves carnivorous and like cannibalistic urges. Okay? I do it for you. Oh, thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm sure you would.
Rock and roll, man. Rock and roll. I turned the quality of my camera down and it just made me bigger. I kind of like this.
Yeah, well, you also turned off the green screen and it seemed to make your internet run better, which is weird.
I noticed that too. It would probably also help if my son wasn't on, like 3 different game consoles at one time. Well, he does that. He'll be watching YouTube on my Xbox while playing the Switch. And I'm all like, can I have it? Oh, thank you. Kids, ladies and gentlemen, if you have them, you love them. If you don't have them, don't have them.
Okay.
I'm just saying, don't bring them into this world. That's a terrible idea. But if you get pregnant, that's on you. Don't be a hoe.
Right. Take some responsibility for yourself.
Right. Gosh, that's a different topic too.
Right.
We're not touching on Roe v. Wade because nobody's going to fucking talk about that on Sir Talks a Lot.
Nope.
Ladies and gentlemen, ever. Hate to crush your dreams. But so zombies in the nutshell, which ones are more scary to you? Like, do you think like if they were like mutating into freakish things like Resident Evil, it'd actually be more scary than if it was just people?
Yes, like, absolutely. I mean, dude, imagine spending, even a week or 10 days just taking out normal zombies, and then all of a sudden you've got this massive monstrosity of a mutant thing. Yeah, dude, of course you'd be terrified, man.
Its head flopping all over the place on the end of this extendo spine neck.
Right, dude? Like nah.
See, like, I also like the concept of alien zombies. Like that
alien zombies, like aliens bringing a zombie apocalypse, or
yeah, something like that. I mean, I've seen movies like that where it's all like aliens showed up and released a deadly virus on Earth, and now a brave unit of Marines must stop both the aliens and zombies.
Do you know what kind of alien movies I love? The kind of movie where at the end the aliens died because of the majesty of God's creation.
Bro, if you're talking about like what was that, War of the Worlds?
Yeah,
where they died because of water. Okay.
No, that was Signs.
That was both. I'm pretty sure it was both.
No, it was the so in
War of the Worlds.
It was the microbes in the air that killed him in War of
the
Worlds.
That's right. And they would have died almost fucking instantly entering the atmosphere.
Almost
Same thing with Signs.
The premise of the movie.
Same thing with Signs. These motherfuckers are running around a cornfield. Okay. That's going to be humid. I don't remember exactly where they were, but they're still on Earth. And I don't know if most people know this or not, but most of the air contains water. Even if you're in a desert, you're all like, yeah, there's a little bit up there. I can't get it, but it's there. So, like, these guys would have stepped out of their ships and been like, fuck.
Considering 75% of the world is made up of water.
Yeah, like, let's be real. I want to conquer this planet that's filled with shit that will kill me. Like, were they secretly trying to wage a war on water and just really bad at it?
Right. Like,
I mean,
Those had to be the dumbest fucking aliens ever.
I loved that movie, but like most M. Night Shyamalan shit, the ending was just all like, I castrated the whole movie.
Well, I think it was more a movie about restoring someone's faith in God, but having aliens as like a side thing to get him there, you know?
I didn't get that message at all.
Well, he was an ex-pastor because his wife died. He hated God because of it, and then
I get
that.
You
know, the signs. The movie, what the movie's named after, were the signs that God was leaving behind for him, like the water and all of that.
I never once made that connection.
I've seen the movie.
To be honest, I know, and I've seen it like.
Well, it's because I love Mel Gibson
as much as you. Mel Gibson's a badass actor. I don't care what anybody says. He's a psychotic, crazy bitch.
I mean, but every one of us has an actor that we love, but in real life, they are just the shittiest motherfucker, as most actors are.
Yep. You're not wrong. The ones who are good people you don't hear about or hear from.
Right?
That's how you know. Which makes you got to wonder why I'm trying to become an actor and I'm being so public about it.
Because you're a douche? No.
I am a douche, ladies and gentlemen. There, you heard it. My brother said it. That means it's true. He wouldn't lie.
Nope.
Since we've completely derailed a dark philosophy on whatever the fuck we want, what's your favorite kind of alien movie? Like, do you like the ones that are on Earth, or do you prefer the ones that are actually in space?
I prefer a more sci-fi take on it. I mean, we've seen the aliens have come to destroy the world, and somehow we pull through. And no, if there was an advanced alien species that wanted to destroy us, they would fucking destroy us. They would be done. I mean, that's it.
Human ingenuity would not overcome certain intergalactic threats. It wouldn't. Because, like, if they're all like, we need to wipe out all planet on Earth so we can get their resources, they would do it from orbit, ladies and gentlemen. They wouldn't be like, let's send ships and round up people. They'd be like, fuck it. Boop. And it'd be done.
Right.
They'd space mine it.
Like the Covenant, just glass the fucking planet.
Yeah, glass it. Free real estate. It's free real estate, ladies and gentlemen. It's great. Oh, this has been a pretty fun show for not having a guest.
Right, I'm having fun.
I'm having a great time. Having a great time. But, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm actually going to call it there because I am melting and I don't enjoy being hot. So I'm going to go. Have fun, Jeremy. See you later.
Okay, bye. What's up, guys?
JK, LOL. So, fuck it. Omega Star said it. So, and I was kidding, Lasso. I'm sorry. We're going to go for another like 8 minutes. So. But Omega Star brought up aliens. Yes. So did you like and watch Ancient Aliens at all?
I used to watch it all the time. And
did you like it?
Back in the day, yeah. I haven't watched it in so long. I mean, because I'm pretty strong in my faith, you know, and they like to question everybody's faith like all the time.
Well, that's the point.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Maybe that's probably just something to do with me, I imagine.
Well, then I'm the same mindset. I mean, I will watch things that try to discount God, and I will watch things that are like just out and out blasphemous. But I can separate them as entertainment and real life. And with Ancient Aliens and stuff like that, I watch it and I go, okay, well.
I mean, when I watch it, I get where they're coming from. You know, the dude that look like they're in space suits and things like that. And it's entirely possible that they had the ability to, you know, we don't know because it's all been rubble for thousands of years.
This is true. And I actually have a theory on that one. Honestly, like, what if we actually at one point had reached that level of scientific advancement and then the push during the Dark Ages destroyed most of it?
I think it might have, no, because if you think about it, like the Aztec ruins and stuff, those are way before the Dark Ages, man.
But laser precision long before the Dark Ages. But the Dark Ages cost us the Library of Alexandria, which probably had more blueprints in it than any other building in existence at the time. So it could have had machines that we can't even figure out these days.
Right, that's true.
It cost us countless scientists for 800 years. Science was illegal. And, like they destroyed anything that tried to or did show evidence that God was not the big deal. And I think that possibly set us back, irrevocably set us back to the point where, like, we dream of lasers, but they had them.
Right. Well, I think the thing to remember is, well, this is me personally, but God is involved in all things. It doesn't matter, how crazy it seems, how unlikely it seems. It only happens because he wanted it to.
That reminds me of a joke that I won't tell, but thank you.
Yeah, right. Lasso says, thanks to the Holy... Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't just the Holy Roman Empire. It wasn't just them. They were a big part of it, but it wasn't just them. It was a lot of places doing the same thing.
Spain, it was the Inquisition.
That's still connected to the Catholic Church, but
yeah.
Same time frame. The Romans started it. I'm not going to lie. Rome really pushed hard to stop science. They did.
Well, that's because it was Caesar, and that was the only thing that was allowed
to. they had the God King Society.
Yeah, exactly. What is the technical term for that?
Oh, I don't even remember. Sure, somebody does. There's a technical term for someone who's I don't know. God King is stuck in my head now, so that's going to be that. The divine rulers.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. Like that. If he was really divine, how come he couldn't handle 6 knives in his back?
Right. How come we didn't stand back up and go, you pussies?
You think they can stop me? Is that all you got? Let's go, bitch. Like, come on. Ladies and gentlemen, I am actually going to call it now because I need to go to the bathroom. I need to go to the bathroom for over an hour now. I'm going to let you guys go. So thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. As always, stay sexy. Don't get murdered. Follow this man on Twitter just to confuse him a little bit. It's Germ404 not found. So, henotheism. Henotheism. That is the term for a God King. Henotheism. All right, but thank you for that, KC. And well, yeah, Toxic. I'm not going to pee on stream. What am I, R. Kelly? Give me a break. But anyways, as I said, I already said my outro, so stay sexy, don't get murdered.
Friends, I have killed one of God's most innocent and intelligent creatures.